Hi.
This is our special guest, Macy.
Oh, whoa.
You're very cute.
Hi guys, and welcome back to the Say Yes series. I'm Alyssa with Styles by Alyssa.
And I'm Chelsea with Beauty by Chelsea Day.
And this week we're going to be doing some upstyling. So for this episode, I'm going to be doing a classic half up, half down style for Chelsea. I feel like this is pretty popular. This is going to be great for somebody who likes to wear their hair down, but definitely wants to jazz it up and do something a little bit different for the day of their wedding. Be doing something fun. So keep on watching. So we've already gone in and started to curl Chelsea's hair. Didn't want to bore you with the whole thing, so we're just going to show you the top half here. I am using my Hot Tools Professionals curl bar with the 1-inch attachment. I know most people like those big, loose beach wave when you're doing more of like a half up, half down style, but considering are you getting married in the middle of July where it's going to be 95% humidity, you know, so I always like to do the curls a little bit tighter. That way everything holds. It might be a little bit tighter when you leave initially, but by the end of the night you're still gonna have curl in your hair, and that's most important, you know. My biggest trick for curls is giving like a light mist of some sort of light hold hairspray, nothing too crunchy. It's gonna be sectioning out. Now depending where somebody parts their hair and that sort of thing, I will go off of their part. We're gonna do a little side part today for Chelsea. Yeah, so right now I'm just getting just getting the curl in. You can always go over any pieces that will be in the front or anything like that. So now that Chelsea's hair is completely curled, I have not ran my fingers through it. I haven't broken up any of the curl. This is key to help keep everything nice and tight. So I'm just gonna go in. So we are doing more of like a half up, half down. So I'm just gonna go in and section off my front sections because I don't need those, at least not yet. And I'm gonna start by teasing the crown area back here. Now some people like a lot of volume, some like minimal. We're gonna go like in the middle there, like we wanna see some. So I'm just gonna go in and start teasing back here. And even if you are doing something very minimal, nothing like crazy in the volume department, you still want a little bit of tease here. It just helps to kind of hold everything. It does look scary from this way. You feel like you're gonna walk out looking like Snooki, but you won't, I promise. And I like to give you the mirror and have you kind of look and make sure everything's good. There we go. And see all that volume that it creates? Obviously we're not leaving it like this, but it just helps give a lot of volume. And for my girls who have a more so finer hair that doesn't really hold volume too well, I mean your hair holds pretty well. I do have like my texture iron that I will use when somebody has a little bit more finer texture and it doesn't really hold too well. I'm just gonna go in with again another little light hold hairspray. This is Hold Me by Design Me, and just so as I'm like combing down some of the volume and the tease, it's not gonna get super frizzy. So again, just going in, making this a little bit more wearable. See, she has some nice volume. If you look too far down or up, it looks like there's a ton or not any at all, but this is just a nice amount. And we're gonna be doing some nice texture back here on the sides. Now this is where you can kind of incorporate a braid, or you can kind of be all back, a little bit more sleeker, but we're gonna go a little bit more of a textured look here. I just kind of like to keep those curls intact, maybe run my fingers through it a little bit just to kind of, adjust it to my liking. So again, we want to keep that texture there. that's one side. I'm basically just gonna do the same thing. Now, depending on, you know, the bride's preference, there might be a little bit more hair down in the front, not any at all. Again, it's just preference and kind of what you like, because you want to, you know, you want to feel like you don't want it to be something that you're not going to be comfortable with. And another good thing I love about Chelsea's hair, she has a lot of dimension, so it helps to make this texture over here on the side pop a little bit more. The biggest thing I see a lot of is brides show me pictures of platinum blondes with all this, you know, beautiful dimension, and they're a solid brunette. And not to say you can't have that same style, but it just looks completely different on somebody who has a little bit of dimension versus none at all, or a lot of dimension. Now this is just my light duty spray. We don't want to go with anything too stiff just yet, just because we want to make sure, you know, everything is good. We don't want to make any tweaks or changes. So there we have it. We have Chelsea's updo complete. I just added in a little cluster of pearls over here on the side, and it just gives it a little bit of pop, and it's great. So in this case, she's going to be wearing a veil. The veil would go kind of right on top here, and it would just kind of fall on top. These would pop through beautifully, and then once the veil is out, again, these will, you know, kind of help give a little bit more pop back here. I just want to showcase the front a little here too. You know, it's very versatile. This is great for somebody who kind of wants their hair off their face, but still wants some nice little pieces here to make them feel like their hair is still there. But in this case too, Chelsea is, if she's feeling a little fancy, she can also pull this off to the side, and it just creates a whole nother style for her here. And then you can kind of do a little bit of like a split here as well. It all depends on your style and what you're feeling. But yeah, again, this is it. We're going to have her do a little 360 for us, just so you can kind of see everything. And this would be a beautiful up style for anybody who's looking for half up, half down. All right, guys, that completes this episode. I hope you enjoyed. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out myself, Chelsea. We're happy to answer any questions for you. Yep. Bye, guys.
Bye.